Talk. I'm your host, Peter Dean.
I'm Ethan Garren.
Today, after a exciting weekend of conference play, we've got men's soccer on, following their win from Frostburg 3-1. Welcome, Tyler and Will.
How are you guys? All right, boys. So the first question, you guys had a big win against Frostburg over the weekend. How does this win put you in terms of conference standings?
I think mentally it really helps us get that like we're just going into our third conference game just like with 2 wins. That's like pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Awesome.
Describe how the 3 goals were scored.
I think Jawan scored the first one off a cross. Then Shady had a good goal. It was just a nice shot. Then Khalid had a good goal. It was like a good play by Sonny. I think he megged someone. Then he played it through the ball to Khalid. Khalid just banged it.
Very unselfish of Sonny.
Very good.
Awesome. Whose performance in the match stood out to you guys over the win?
Jawan's.
Yeah.
He's just always working hard. He's always to every ball first. He scores.
Also, Carl Meyer had a really good game as well.
Really
He played great defense.
Nice. Excellent. This is also, I believe, your 3rd win in a row. What's been clicking for you guys as a team?
We possess the ball well, and I mean that's like a huge part because we just tire out teams, and then like once they're tired, we just capitalize and score goals. It's that easy.
Good stuff.
And it seemed like you guys started a lot of freshmen this weekend, and a lot of freshman involvement. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our bench is like really deep. Like we have player like we could take our starting lineup off and put our freshmen in and just still kill it. Like we have a pretty good team, pretty solid all around us. Not really a weak link, and it's just I think that's why we're winning and why we're gonna do so well.
Excellent. All right, now we're going to move on to some fun questions, and this week we're going to be doing superlatives, so we'll be asking about random stuff, and you pick a teammate that most likely fits the category. So we'll first start off with the funniest teammate or the team-like class clown.
Jawan.
Yeah, probably Jawan. Yeah.
Why Jawan?
He just says things, man. Like things he wouldn't say ever.
He's always making people laugh.
Yeah.
What's your teammate most likely to go to jail?
Tito.
Yep.
We don't have a description for that one.
Okay, on the opposite end of that spectrum, who is the teammate most likely to become famous?
Famous. Maybe like Sonny, because I feel like he's gonna have a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Sonny's gonna do something good.
Nice.
Okay, who's most likely to win the lottery but lose the ticket?
Brad, because he loses his wallet like every.
Let's see. Who is a teammate that you would want to be stuck on a stranded island with?
Ooh, probably Charlie.
Yeah.
That man's like.
He's an Eagle Scout.
Oh, there you go. That's a good choice.
Good answer. Okay, who's got the best beard on the team?
House.
Definitely House.
He's such a dad.
Who has the best snap story on the soccer team?
Jawan.
Because that adds to the class clown dynamic.
Yeah, right.
Which teammate is most likely to win American Ninja Warrior?
Annoy.
Yeah.
Annoy.
That's annoying.
What's a teammate that's always late?
Yeah, actually, probably.
Luke.
Who is the oddest person on the team?
Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isaac.
Okay, I think that'll be it for our questions today. Thank you, Tyler.
No problem.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, we're now joined by Morgan and Sydney of the women's soccer team. How are you guys today?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, so you guys just had a recent game against Frostburg in which you tied. How does this tie put you in terms of conference standings?
Well, I think we're currently 3rd in the conference, behind CNU and Salisbury, I think? Yeah, so
Okay.
not too bad. Yeah.
Nice.
So what do you think worked defensively, or well defensively, for you guys to force the tie?
I think our defense played a really strong game, and we really put a lot of pressure on the ball and didn't even allow them to really take that many shots. They didn't have very many opportunities.
Perfect.
Awesome. Are there any key takeaways you can take from that tie moving forward in the season?
Yeah, definitely. I think like offensively, the opportunities were there for us, and we just have to finish them. Earlier on in the season, we struggled with that, but we've been doing better, and so I don't see it being a problem moving forward. It's just taking advantage of those opportunities.
Awesome.
Nice. Were there any star performers of the match?
I think everyone played pretty good. Yeah, I would say, I mean, the midfield worked their butt off.
Okay.
the entire
Also,
game.
like to say, I think Haley Bullis worked her butt off, and she did really great.
Awesome. Nice. All right, now we'll move on to some fun questions. And this week we're going to be doing superlatives. So we'll ask you like a whole litany of questions, and you just choose the one that best fits a teammate.
Teammate most likely to win the lottery but lose the ticket.
Ooh,
I think you.
me?
Yes.
I would say maybe Haley David. I don't know.
Oh yeah, she's a little.
Who is the teammate that's most changed since freshman year?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, definitely Caitlin.
How so?
I don't know. She's definitely opened up. Like she was a lot quieter her freshman year.
Okay.
And
Nice.
just like physically, she worked out so much and like
This past summer,
yeah,
especially.
and treated her body so well, and she looks like a completely different person. She's so fit and healthy, and she really is feeling good about herself.
Nice. Great.
Okay, teammate you would most likely be want to be stuck on an island with.
I personally would want to be stuck on an island probably with Nora. I feel like she's very like, I don't know, with it and would
Yeah.
definitely be a
Or-
help. I don't
Or
know.
Jenna. She
Jenna.
knows how to start a fire.
Oh yeah.
She knows anything wilderness.
Okay, who is the worst driver on the team?
Well, you drive slow. Oh,
Peter.
Coach Peter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Who's the most likely to go to jail?
What about the freshman? Summer.
Definitely sorry.
Why Summer?
She's aggressive in a good way.
Who is the teammate who has the most energy on the team?
I would say me. I don't know.
Yeah, Cindy has a lot of energy. She's
Never.
always pepping us up. Too much energy sometimes.
Teammate that is always late.
That's me.
Cindy,
Two in a row for Sid.
she's just late to the bus.
1 minute.
Who is the smartest teammate?
Who were they talking about the other day that does so well on tests? Is it Maddie Gibson?
I feel like we have a lot of smart people. Maddie, Caitlin, Lauren. They're always studying on the bus
Got a smart team.
while
It's
we're all
good to hear.
sleeping.
And for the last question, which teammate has the best snap story?
Emmy's is funny. All the freshmen Snapchats are always really funny. And they're all together, so they're all very similar, but they're all really funny.
All right, awesome. And on that note, we'll leave it there. Sydney and Morgan, thank you for coming out.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
And next up, we have men's and women's cross-country runners, Andres and Marie. Welcome.
All right, so guys, you guys just finished up a meet. Don, Cathcart Invitational at Salisbury. Go over the results of that race.
All right, well, we did really, really well. We had two of our top runners actually break the school record for fastest time ever. Fastest time was about 23:35, somewhere around there, and we had two girls who broke it.
Excellent.
PRs all around. Almost every single girl PR'd this meet. We did incredible.
Awesome. Excellent.
On the guys' side, similar results. Like we all had a personal record as well, and then I believe one guy actually got like probably 3 minutes faster than he expected, which it was a very fast course. It was very competitive, and yeah, we all did the best we could. We did good.
Excellent. All right.
And what teams were involved in this race?
Bridgewater College was there.
I think there were about 11 teams there. I think
Yeah.
we had a few CAC schools there. Christopher Newport was there, Wellesley was there. I don't remember if that's in our CAC or not. We did beat them by a lot. So we beat our CACs, that's what matters.
Well, that matters. All right, and now we'll move on to some fun questions. So we're going to do superlatives. So first question will go to you, Andres. Who is like the class clown or the funniest teammate on the men's team?
Probably James. Can't really pronounce his last name. I think
Judlick.
Yeah, Judlick. Yeah, yeah. He's like definitely the guy who like roasts you on stage.
All right, who's the teammate most likely to win the lottery but lose the ticket?
Pat.
Yeah, no, definitely Pat.
Yeah, Pat O'Leary.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Who is the teammate that you would want to be stuck on a desert island with?
Probably also Pat, because
Yeah,
I feel like
Pat.
brute strength alone can build a raft, get us out of there.
A teammate most likely to become famous.
You know what? Scott.
Yes,
I'm
go.
your reporter. I can see Scott going far.
Awesome. What is the best bromance/she-mance on the cross-country team?
Oh boy.
Actually, a couple.
I go ahead and say I love Scott and TJ's relationship. They always push each other forward.
Yeah.
And for our last question, who's the worst driver?
I'm gonna pick on Pat again, probably. Let's just roast Pat today.
Pat is the popular choice on the cross-country team. Rian Andres? Okay, we are now joined by Jess and Molly of the women's field hockey team. Thank you guys for coming on.
Welcome.
So we'll start off with your big win over Frostburg. What were some positive takeaways from that win?
I think we really played as a team, and we really worked together to get that win.
It was the definition of a team win. Everybody all over the field was giving their all, and we all worked super hard to come out with the win.
Excellent. Perfect.
Can you give us a little recap about how you guys scored your goals?
Well, Molly had this one really pretty goal. She was coming down the left side of the field. She beat off a couple defenders, and she slipped it right on the left of the goalie, and then slipped it in.
Awesome.
It was really
Great.
pretty.
And how does this win put you guys in terms of conference standings?
Well, right now we're 1-0 in the conference, and I think we're ranked second in the conference right now, which is pretty awesome. So it's a big confidence booster going into the rest of all of our conference play. So we're excited to play all the other teams.
Excellent. Awesome.
Can you think of any of your teammates that had a standout performance?
I would say Megan Moore had a especially standout performance. She stepped to every ball. She really gave us intensity. She reassured all of us on the field that we were doing well, and especially when things got hectic.
Yeah, she helped keep everyone motivated on the field. She lifted us up and kept reminding us that we got this, like, this is our game, we're going to win.
Awesome. Great. All right, now we're going to move on to some fun questions. So we're doing superlatives, and the first one we'll ask is, who is the teammate that has most changed since freshman year?
Oh, God. I don't think people really change so much, more just like come out of their shell.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like, when they came, they were really quiet and shy and reserved, but everyone's coming out of their shell, and we're all getting really friendly with each other.
Who would you say is the funniest or the class clown of the team?
I would say Sydney Klein.
Yeah,
She
definitely.
never fails to make you laugh, and she just always has so many funny jokes she just pulls out of her pocket all the time. So it's really funny.
Who has the best snap story on the team?
Oh,
I think we have a tough contest.
Nicole's got some pretty good
Oh, yeah,
snaps.
Nicole
definitely.
She's
Nicole or
really
Tara.
funny.
She's got
yeah.
some great snaps.
She's got really good captions.
Who would you say is most likely to win the lottery but lose the ticket?
I would honestly say me.
Yeah.
Definitely you. Yeah. I'm very ditzy.
Who is the teammate who has the most energy?
Oh, I don't know.
I would say Kara.
Yeah.
Kara always
Kara.
is like, let's go! And we're just like, whoa!
And name a teammate that's always late.
I would say you.
Yeah.
Molly is honestly like the hardest person to get up in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and on that note, we'll leave it there. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have women's volleyball. Hannah and Audrey, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having
Of
us.
course. All right, so we'll start with your weekend performances. You guys unfortunately had 2 losses to Mary Washington and CNU. Were there any positive moments of those 2 matches?
I think one of the takeaways was that there were a lot of positive moments. I know, like, our coach even said that to us in the huddle. She's like, there were some really great plays that you guys made out there, some really great things. And in those plays, you really saw, like, Seahawk volleyball. But I mean, it's been a tough season so far, and
I think we do have like a lot of like wonderful moments, but then it's just the finishing.
yeah. I'm really gonna sweep the shed, you know, to bring that up, but like really gotta follow through. So that's really what we're focusing on right now, is to follow through.
Would you say anyone had a star performance?
Well, Marissa's always a killer in the back row. I mean, she's the one you can really rely on to get those balls up. So I would say Marissa all the way.
Awesome. And lastly, are there any key takeaways that you can take going forward in the season?
I mean, definitely working on finishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think really like working on like doing everything our coach is telling us and not just doing our own game, like actually listening.
Yeah. Paying attention to the scout, not just going out there and doing our own thing. So.
Awesome. All right, now we'll move on to some fun questions. So we're doing superlatives, and the first one we'll ask is, who is the teammate that's most likely to go to jail?
Oh my god. I would say Mia.
Why Mia?
She's a little bit of a wild card.
You wouldn't expect it though.
She'd probably get arrested for arguing with the cop about something. She'd get pulled over for a taillight out and she'd argue it her way into some trouble.
Perfect.
But knowing her, she'd get out of it at the last moment.
Who would you say is the funniest teammate or the class clown on the team?
Ah, man. We have a lot of...
Renee,
probably.
yeah.
She always has us geeking. She's great. But I think everyone has their own little quirky personalities and just get out there, you're like, oh my goodness. Makes you laugh.
Who is the most flirtatious member of the team?
Most flirtatious member of the team? Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm looking at you, Odd, honestly. No, I mean, you're just friendly and you're really nice to everyone. I don't know if it's really flirting, but that's all I got though. Yeah, I mean, you can be kind of a flirt, but in a good way, in a social way.
All right, which of your teammates is most likely to win the lottery but lose the ticket?
Oh my gosh.
AG,
one of our freshmen. She's awesome, but she's definitely one of the ones where she's sets something down and loses it 5 seconds later. Like, girl.
Who is the teammate you would want to be stuck on a stranded island with?
Hannah.
Yeah?
You're like a mom, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to mom you up. I think Bridget, because she definitely would come up with the method of getting off the island.
Yeah, okay.
She'd be the one who figures it out.
Awesome.
Who on the team has the best snap story?
Megan Kelly.
Megan Kelly.
She's somehow always there with the...
All the funny moments are just captured by her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how she she has a sixth sense for it. I don't understand.
And the last question we'll ask you guys today is, who is the worst driver on the volleyball team?
I don't have a car on campus, so you guys
I don't have a car on
get to
campus.
see that part of me.
Someone else might say it's you too.
Yeah. I think everyone's pretty responsible behind the wheel, but I think
Emily holding her coffee cup and driving.
Oh yeah.
All the coffee.
Yeah, she's like, it was a 2-hour drive, but I made it an hour and a half, and I was like, okay. But no, yeah.
All right, on that note, we'll leave it there. Guys, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
All right, for our last guest today, we were joined by my teammates, Ron and John of the tennis team. How you doing, boys? Pretty good.
Pretty good. Good. Okay, for the first question, you guys just had ITAs. Can you tell us about the teams you played?
Well, I played against Lynchburg, Mary Washington, and Swarthmore.
Okay.
And Swarthmore and Mary Washington are two disgustingly good teams. So even though I didn't play the top players in their lineup, they were way better than me. But it was a fun experience.
Nice. As a team, how do you think you guys performed?
We did pretty good. We definitely did better than last year. I think all of our teams improved, and we had some nice showings in all the tournaments.
Nice.
It was a different scenario this time. There was less draws. So last year I played singles, but this time I played doubles. And I could have played better, but I have next year.
Okay. And was there any key performers that stood out from the team?
I think that Kyle and Connor, our two teammates, they did really well during doubles.
Nice.
Pulled together a few good wins.
All right, boys, now we're going to move on to the fun questions. So we're doing team superlatives, and the first question I'm going to ask, and this is a tennis team specific question only, who has the best palate on the team?
Ooh.
Best palette.
Definitely not Kyle.
It's definitely not Kyle.
Best palette. I think that goes to your boy over here, John. John's a pretty nasty palette.
John's got the best palate.
And for those who don't necessarily know what a palate is, like myself, can you enlighten us, please?
Yeah, so a palate is basically like a taste or for food, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just my food palate. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a tennis word.
No. All right, boys. Who would you want to be stuck on an island with? Which teammate?
Jacob.
Jacobs.
Jack Brandenburg.
Jack Brandenburg.
Who would you say is the funniest teammate in the class clown?
Jack.
Jack.
Who would you think would most likely win the lottery and then lose the ticket?
Ron.
That's me.
I
I forgot my tennis shoes going to IDAs.
All right. Who's got the best snap story on the team?
Kyle.
Kyle.
Okay,
Go
Kyle's got
Kyle.
the best snap story. Let's see here. Who is the worst driver on the tennis team?
Jack.
Jack.
All right. Who's the most flirtatious guy on the tennis team?
Ron.
What?
Yeah, that's definitely.
All right, I think I know the answer to this one. Who is the teammate who has the most energy?
Oh, you.
Everyone's down here. He's just constantly
Remember that
in
one-
the ceiling.
Remember that one practice? He's like, I'm ready. I had a Kit Kat.
All right. Who's the biggest prankster on the team?
Ron.
Me?
Yeah, every single
Yeah.
practice he just walks around like telling people, watch out, watch out.
Oh, we do that too. Watch out, there's a ball coming. Watch out.
Who is the teammate that is most likely to go to jail?
Ron.
Alright.
I was gonna say Connor.
I was going to say Connor too.
Yeah. Okay. Who is the teammate who's always late?
That's me. I lose track of time.
Okay, for our final question, who's the teammate most likely to become famous?
Jacob.
Jacob. That knows everything.
Yeah. He's very smart. All right, boys, we'll leave it there. Thank you guys for coming on today. You guys are great.
Thanks for having us, Big Eve.
Of course. All right, and this concludes this week's episode of Hawk Talk, and we'll see you next week.